For a very long time, mankind has been afraid of sharks. We're afraid of what they represent in the taboo.
It's year number 8 for the Fly Fishing Film Festival, and this year organizers had a hard time selecting the lineup.
We had more entries this year than we've ever had before, and the majority of them were exceptional.
The producers of last year's fan favorite, The Hidden, are back with their latest film, Seriously North, which follows a group of intrepid anglers in search of the rare Arctic char in Canada's far north.
It's a film about guys who, they just experienced a disaster, where they've spent 2 weeks in the northern reaches of Canada in not habitable places, walking, miles and miles in search of this one type of Arctic char, this one big fish, and they didn't get it. They didn't have a film, and on the very last day, something happens where they do end up with the fish.
The film Confluentus follows filmmaker Gilbert Rowley and his friends through the Oregon backcountry in search of the endangered bull trout.
We're blessed in Canada, at least in the Kootenays, to be able to target bull trout. In the United States, it's not something that you're allowed to do. And so Gilbert was able to get a permit to go and do some field research on bull trout in Oregon. And what he came back with in the way of footage is just something that I think people will find to be extremely entertaining.
There's definitely no shortage of big fish on display in this festival, but there's also entries which give viewers the chance to examine fly fishing from a different angle.
We see the world a little bit bigger than just that fish action, top water, whatever. And I think that IF4 has to be one of those places where we acknowledge that.
And they have. With Fishing Beyond the River, the story of Bucky Buckstabber and his work as part of the nonprofit organization Fly Fishing Collaborative.
They go fishing for these crazy fish, but the story is something bigger than that, and it ties into Bucky's desire to use fly fishing as a way to make a difference in the world.
While the festival is designed for fly fishing enthusiasts, organizer Chris Bird says it should appeal to a wider audience.
There's hunters and anglers and people who love hiking and camping and just being outside. And we find that just because of the type of stories that some of these filmmakers are telling, the types of places that they're going, there are a lot of people that come out just to go to places on the screen that they haven't been to.
IF4 wraps up its Kootenay Swing in Fernie March 1st at the Vogue Theatre. For additional screenings and information, visit flyfilmfest.com. For the community producers in Cranbrook, I'm Jeremy Russin.